Hi guys, and welcome to my Dofus Iron Man slash Solo Self-Found video series. This was a bit of a sporadic project that I put together. The recordings that I have aren't the greatest. I had problems with my hard drive. I've had consistent issues with my audio, but I'm going to do the best that I can with the footage that I've got. I'm actually quite deep into this challenge already, but obviously this is the first episode, so I won't reveal too much about with regard to where we are right now. What I will say is that the production quality will hopefully get a little bit better as time goes on, as I sort of learn more about editing and that type of thing. The only real big thing that I want to point out is that later on into the series, I gave myself two concessions, and that's the ability to sell raw harvestable slash gatherable materials in order to purchase nuggets and anything that's required from the Colosseum. I go into that a little bit later into the series, but that's essentially the only thing that's changed apart from the core premise, which was solo self-found. So I can't trade with anyone. I can't get any assistance in any fights. I have to play the game as if it's essentially single player. Now, where we draw the line on that is still to be determined later down the track, but for all intents and purposes, nobody can directly help me in the game. Maybe some people can help me indirectly, but we'll talk more about that down the road. For now, enjoy the series as best as you can, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. Alright, so I finally got all my accounts set up exactly how I want them. Well, to a reasonable degree anyway. I also put in this tab program at the top here so I can cycle through the tabs, which should make my life a hell of a lot easier. I'm only playing with 4 accounts, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah, I wanted to get all this sorted out sooner rather than later. So I went with Kra, Sedita, Panda, and Osa. So I went with these two for ranged, like full range, because Sedita and Kra are pretty decent. I went with Panda for like a tanky character that can control stuff. I know it's kind of important to have a panda, so I went with that. And Osa because it's got heals, and I figured with the Osa heals and with the Sedita heals and with the fact that we've got very good control and ranged, I'm hoping that'll negate the fact that I don't have an Eni. Now I know that I'm missing out on the AP, but last time I checked, Osa gave AP. But this was like 8 years ago or something, so maybe it's not still true. I mean, I've been looking at like the way that spells work now, and it's like crazy. I'm like kind of struggling to understand how everything works. You know, I came back for a little bit and played with this, but like I don't know, man. Like it's gonna be pretty crazy. I have to get release and everything like that as well. But yeah, anyway, I guess we'll start our first fight. Yeah, it's got a level 3 now. I don't know if I want to take those. Fuck it, we'll do it. We'll be kings here for a sec. So I'm hoping that I should just be able to do that, right? Right, I'm used to 1.29. Can I ready up using Z? I used to ready up using Z. No. Okay. I think there is a hotkey for that though, isn't there? We'll sort that out later. Ignore the chat too, by the way. Maybe I should have named these a little bit better so I can actually work out what's going on in my thingy. It's interesting. We were talking about fisting in chat, and oh, that's first. That's not fist. I'll stop. I'll stop talking for a sec. What do we got here? So the two. Wonder how. Looks like it's. Yeah, I can't work out how it's ordered, but we're actually in reverse order here, so that's kind of cool. Let's hit this go. Man, I need to set up my keybinds for skipping turns and stuff. We got blowout. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's Boozer. Okay. Fuck, I didn't mean to click that. Alright, we got some problems here, boys. We have got some serious problems here with my ability to play the game. And I've locked myself off here as well, so that's not good. Alright, whatever. can't dodge that guy. It's Geyser. Let's do Geyser. Why have I got that thing above my head? What's that? Oh god, dude, I've got some toad charge state or something. Oh god. I think that means I eventually get to summon a thing, right? That's my guess anyway. Can I cast Debauchery while drunk? I can. Can I cast Fist? Yes, I can. Alright, oops. Skip that turn. Alright, here we go. Kind of wished I could... I'm guessing after I do that, it changes this into Toad charge? I'm guessing that's how it works. Oh no, I turn into a Toad. Okay. Huh. Well, what does that do? Why have I got 10% increased final damage? This is all very, very confusing. Oh well, I'll work it out eventually. Alright, there we go. First battle. Just dropped my first piece of equipment, but unfortunately I'm not high enough level to use it yet. That kind of sucks, but hey, baby steps. So I've just gone back and completed the first initial quest, and I guess what I'm going to do is just do as much in Incarnum that I can, and then maybe go into Astrub and try and get the, my first goal. I think the first thing I'm going to work towards is that Dofus. I think it's probably the easiest one to get. I forget the name. It's the level 21. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on that as my first quest because I got to have something to work towards, right? So, and obviously I'm gonna want to have all the Dofus at some point anyway, just to deal with it. I think the Carrot Dofus is gonna be very, very good for me to get, but I think that's gonna be difficult for me to get. But hey, that's the challenge. So yeah, I guess I'll come back when I've finished up a few more of the Incarnum quests. I guess here is a good time to share my first sort of historic screenshot. So I noticed I was running past in game, so I was doing my quest, and I came across a character called Ectelion, or Ectelion, however it's pronounced. Which is named after... I should know what X-Roll was at Dofus, but I remember him being very high up and one of the original people at the company. This is a screenshot from, I think this would have been the Qualak beta, I think. And this would have been back when Rushu was the second server and Jiva was the first server. And you can see me there with the Dora hat and the Feudala shield and a fire black pet with 600 health. I think I only screenshotted this because Miss Amy was really fucking strong. Remember, I think this guy had Morello daggers, but thankfully I had Ek to his level 200, so wasn't really that difficult to beat him. And this screenshot comes from... Let me have a quick look. It comes from the 3rd of the 10th, 2006. So this is from October 2006, so just under 15 years ago. I'd have been 14 at the time of this, I think. So yeah, anyway, just thought I'd share that. It's kind of interesting. Alright, just hit level 8 on all of the characters and decided to do a quick check of what items we could wear. And most of them have got 2 items on now, and one of them's got a cape as well. I don't know how hard it is to get the 3rd piece on this, but maybe we'll get it from the next monster hunt that we need to do. Gobble Decimation. Fingers crossed. So, this fucking arsehole, right? I'm under here just farming these mushrooms. This guy in like a Wild Wabbit hat is like running through taking all the iron ore. It's like, do you really have nowhere better to farm that you're gonna take it from me? Like I'm literally level 8. This guy's running through here getting iron ore. Like, there are better mines for iron ore than here. What's he doing? It's so frustrating. I need it to do like the particle board and ferrite thing. Like, let's actually work out exactly how much I need. I need 4 there, so I need 16 for that. And then I need, oh god, what's that? 24. I need 40 iron ore. And I've only gotten 3 veins out of 13. Ugh. What a fucking chore. To spawn. I think I've got enough iron because I have some on the other characters as well. I just hit level 10 on the Kra, like I was farming the mushroom guys. And so I managed to put my adventure belt on. I also just picked up full soul set. 30 vitality, but the big thing here is 1 summons, which I don't think really seems to matter right now. I don't know, I need to look at how OSA works. It's fucking weird, but hey, progress is progress. About to finish my first dungeon here, and as you can see, I managed to complete Zombie and First. I didn't realise this is a new feature, which is really, really cool. But yeah, it's really good. That'll give us. I don't think these drops are worth anything for me, really. I don't think I can craft anything out of it. But it's nice to get the extra XP, and it's nice to just get them done as well. You know, little achievement. I don't think I'd have been able to do duo on these, but hey, I shall take it. Alright guys, I've done the majority of Incarnum. I think I still need to do these 2 quests, but that's something for me to do at a later stage. I think I've played enough for my first session back. Quick recap, I guess, is probably the way to go. So everyone's currently around level 16. The Crow is level 17, but I've saved up all of my. I wish this tutorial stuff would go away. It's annoying. I've saved up my things. I don't know how far it's going to get me, but I had to go back and do Snow Wolf again, so I actually ended up doing duo. I forgot to talk to the person at the front gate, and apparently it doesn't automatically do it for you, which seems really weird. Based on this, I think maybe I'll get like 19, probably 19 and a half from this. Let's have a look. Okay, I really underestimated that. Nice. We got 20. So we went from 17 to 22. All right, we'll take that. And I guess the other one's probably similar. Probably getting around there as well. Yeah, everyone's getting like 21. That's very, very nice. Alright, I'm not too sure what I'll be doing in the next session. Part of me doesn't really just want to do the Dofus quest straight away. I think maybe I want to focus on some other stuff. But we'll see. We'll see how I feel. It is a good goal to go for, so maybe I'll do it anyway. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see when I come back and want to play some more. Alright guys, so just a quick update. I basically got to Astrub and then decided to call it quits after crafting a little bit of gear. So I guess while we're here, we'll quickly do a gear analysis. So not great gear on the Kra. She's just got the thingy set, and the reason why is because there isn't really that great agility stuff, but we're sitting at 127 agility. She's probably the least well-geared character, unfortunately. Sedita's doing pretty well at 167 strength. The Panda is at 158 strength, and then the Osa is at 172 chance. My theory was that the best thing to do realistically is if I can get away with being chance on any character, I'll do that. And to be honest, it might be an idea. I don't actually think that Sedita has great chance stuff. I only have tier, but maybe as I get into later levels, particularly around like 60 to 100 or somewhere around there, might be an idea for me to look at speccing everyone into chance gear just for the prospecting bonus. It's not huge, but because I'm only playing with 4 characters and I can't buy anything, those margins really make a big difference. Now what I've decided to do is I'm going to go ahead on my main account. I sold like a heap of resources on this one. I logged in a little bit earlier. So I've got 3 million karmas and already had 3 million karmas. So I'm going to shift these karmas over onto these characters. The thing that I want to do is, like, I'm not giving these characters are only using their own karmas. You can't see because my head's in the way, unfortunately. But oh, can I bring it over? I can't. Well, that's a little bit frustrating. Can I show it here? No. Okay. I guess I can move myself, can't I? Very. There we go. All right. That's a little bit better. So as you can see, we're at around 4,600 or 4,000 karmas on everyone. Now, one of the problems that I think I'm going to have is because I'm solo self-found, I want to store everything, like literally everything that I can. Problem is that I'm going to end up having like 1,000 karma bank to open, right? And so after I go out for a hunt, because I want to store everything, I don't want to have to sit there and go through like loads and loads of opening up the bank and closing the bank. It's going to be a real pain in the ass and it's going to cost me a lot of karmas. Now, I don't think anything in future will necessarily require karmas. I can't think of anything apart from zapping around, which isn't the end of the world, but still something to think about. But my theory is that I want to keep my karma cost to a minimum, and one of the ways that I can do that is to make sure that I've got a lot of inventory space, and that I've also got so the profession side of things is what I'm going to focus on for like the next hour or two. I'm not going to go insane on it, but I'm just going to sit here, watch a movie on my other monitor, and then have the four windows open in all segmented sections. And so I've decided to do it this way. The crow is going to be a farmer, the Sedita a lumberjack, the panda is going to be the miner, and the osa is going to be the alchemist. My theory is that the panda is the least dependent character when it comes to levels, and is mainly influenced by just having a lot of HP and being alive. She's not going to be a big damage source because it's a tank, so I just need HP and AP, and so levels aren't really that much of a huge concern. And because from my experience, miners are usually ones that need to be away for the longest period of time going around, it's notoriously quite difficult to level. My idea is that the panda can be the one that if I'm farming on the other three characters for something, XPing or whatever, the panda can go away and do mining on another monitor if I decide to get that late, blah blah blah, whatever. I've decided to split up into all three, with the Kra getting into all four. Sorry, the gatherable that I don't have is fishing, but I don't think fishing is that important at the moment. I'm thinking that in the end game, I will be using Incarnate Bread and Gudgeon. I remember doing that even back on my main character. As you can see here, I have Incarnate Bread and Slice Gudgeon. The thing is, you need a lot of pods for that. So getting these characters the pods up is like really kind of important. So I've got 1,600 on that character, I've got 2,400 on that character, 2,100 on that one, and 1,500 on that one. So I'm going to make them all pay to play. That will allow me to use my Haven bag, and yeah, we'll just play around with it a little bit. I also need to get pay to play on this character at least, because I have a lot of pods on this character taken up by equipment. Now, I can NPC this for like 1 karma each, or I can go and crush it and get runes. Now, obviously, I need as many runes as I can get if I'm going to take this end game, because there is no other way for me to get runes, right? I have to crush gear. So all of this, after I go pay to play, is going to be crushed, and then, like I say, I don't know how long I'll spend leveling the professions. But one idea that I have, I think the profession system has changed now. I kind of read the wiki a little bit. I kind of want to get everybody quite a few levels, again, because pods are so important to me. Getting everyone to say like a 60 farmer or something like that, which should be pretty easy to do once my first one is leveled, because then I can just get the wheat and just give it to all the other ones and they can craft the flour. I think it still gives like 10 XP or something. So hopefully we can build up pods that way. I suppose that's all I've got to say for the time being, and I'll check in a couple of hours and tell you how I got on. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention with putting gold onto the characters, I'm going to switch over the karmas, and then I'm going to make an green offer that's exactly at the right ratio. So like I'll come in here, and where are we going? So I'll make a karma offer. So say like I'll buy at like say 600 or something. So I say, okay, I want to buy 1,100 of green at 600 commas. So I'll give the characters each exactly 660,000 commas. No more, no less. So I'm only paid to playing them that way. They're not getting any commas from me. So I'm not cheating, alright? Anyway, I'll tell you how I got on a bit later down the road. A little bit of a session there. We ended up getting not a huge amount of resources, but it's actually kind of hard to multitask 4 different farming things, especially because I haven't played the game in a very long time. I'm sure as I get back on the routes it'll be a little bit easier. Mining was, as I expected, very, very poor. I actually ended up having the Osa doing a bit of mining before then switching over and doing Alchemist. We got 300 iron ore, which isn't terrible, but it's going to be very, very slow to level up miner, unfortunately. So I think at some point the Osa will, Panda will have to go off. Just do that solo for a bit. Let's have a quick look at the profession levels. The interfaces were kind of hard to resize as well. It was really kind of unenjoyable, but there you go. So I got Farmer to 23, which was pretty good. I leveled Jeweler yesterday at the end of the last session, just with random stuff that I had, and I might try and do that again on the main character and just seriously just try and get as many of these professions up. How I can start doing these straight away, right? I think. Actually that's a good idea. Maybe I can go and do that. That's something for me to think about. Could be a good idea. Man, is Artificer, that's literally the only recipes that you've got. Oh, that is going to be so painful to level. 10 ash, 5 bronze. That bronze is beautiful. Anyway, so we got Farmer to 23. We leveled Taylor yesterday on this account. I wanted to spread them out again just for reasons of pods. We got Lumberjack to 13. Isn't that bad, it's not great. This character got higher level Fisherman than it did Miner, but we did get this Miner to 7. This Miner's level 4, but Alchemist was what we were doing mainly on this one, and that's almost level 10, so not huge progressions here, boys, but you know, enough to get the ball rolling, and I don't want to devote too much to it, because I actually want to play the game, and I'm sure resources will become easier and easier for me to farm, especially when I'm paid to play. The initial part's kind of bad, but the thing is, I don't want to get to like level 80 and still be in level 20 gear because I can't craft anything. I can't, you know, actually make what I need to want to get, and it's going to be interesting to think about how I want to. One thing I realised is that a lot of the professions ended up being combined, and I completely forgot about that. And I was wondering what type of craft I'd want to do, whether I'd want to do carp, or whether I'd want to do like bow. I was thinking, I'd do wands because I get one limbo. Maybe one limbo would be a good choice for me to use on all characters. But it turns out there's only 2, so I don't need to worry too much about that. I think, yeah, these recipes look okay. Maybe make a few half loaves on my. Yeah, I've probably got some magical cures as well. I can always go back and farm more if I want to, but yeah, we'll start leveling up. Start getting these on the go, because I kind of want to keep the crafting level equal to the equipment level. Otherwise, as I say, I'm going to end up being very, very high level with very, very trash gears. Dofus doing the Dofur quest, and I really hate the fact that this game still has this bug that's been in, like, I remember this bug where, like, you'd start a fight and the enemy would be, like, invisible, and you can't do anything until you relog. Like, I remember that being in the game for, like, the longest period of time. So, thankfully I had another character that could just quickly join, and so I didn't die randomly, but it's just frustrating, because now I have to log out, I can't even change the characters, and so now I have to go back in to the thingy. Like, I have to enter my password manually, and you know, it's just still a big pain in the ass, because you know, after I've done this, I also then have to go ahead and invite them back into the group. Like, oh, and now I've got this, like a new login, so I have to go into my like, it's just so needlessly frustrating when that happens. Yeah, I just wanted a bitch. Alright, just got my first Dofus on all the characters. Let's make the pancakes. That was a pain in the ass because I forgot to read the recipe on 2 of the characters. So I had to go back, and a lot of the stuff I used to craft with, so yeah. Bit of a nightmare, but we got that done. I guess when I get to Arcanum, I'll quickly, when I get to Astrop, I'll quickly pop the achievements, get a little bit of XP across everyone, and then I'm gonna start on the Astrop stuff. I'm kind of hoping that I get to start fighting soon, because I mean, I guess it is my own challenge. I can go and fight if I really want to, but it's just been a bit. Just doing the quests is like running around everywhere, and when you're doing it with 4 characters, it's like really laborious. Alright, let's pop some of these. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get much XP at all, am I? Oh, never mind, I got a level on everyone, it looks like. Oh, 2 levels. Okay, we take those. Wait, did I not get... No, it looks pretty standard. Alright, yep, we'll go work on the other quest now. Just finished doing all of the class quests and all the characters, which took quite a while, but glad that they are now done. So from Older Citizen, we've only got to do these 2 quests, but yeah, I've still got a long way to go until we get to Silver Dofus, but at least we're hacking away at it, and it seems like a good first challenge. I think none of my characters are really geared at the moment, and we're all really low level for the amount of hours that I've played. I had to kill some peewees to get my Oyster up to level to try and do a quest, but it turned out that I could just do it with thingy, so I could get someone to join. So actually, in terms of completing it, doesn't seem like it's too terrible, but I guess time will tell how difficult getting that Silver Dofus is going to be. But again, it's my first challenge. It's probably it for this play session, but I think when I come back, I'll probably look towards getting some levels and getting some gear as a priority, and then do the quest a little bit later. Alright, so just finishing up the field dungeon here, and we managed to do Titan first with Mystique as a challenge. I tried to duo it, but unfortunately it was a little bit too hard. I'm glad I managed to get those 2 challenges done at least though, and that should be a good, decent chunk of XP for us. No great drops, but... and also we started the trip around the world challenge as well, so... I don't know how long that's going to take us to complete, but first dungeon down. Feels good. It's Royal Gobble done, but we only managed to do Faint Hearted. We couldn't do any other challenge, but win's a win, we'll take it. Alright, so I just finished doing Royal Gobble. Unfortunately, I could only do 1 challenge. I ended up getting 6 Royal Gobble Walls. So I'm going to craft a cape, and I was supposed to craft a hat as well. I can't work out why I can't craft a hat here. What's going on? Did I forget to put something across? Why can't I craft a hat? Why wasn't that coming up? That seems weird. It's because it's level 32, that's why. Okay. Okay, well hopefully... Is this going to give us enough XP? No. Fuck. Alright, well, we got a cape. I'll be back in 2 seconds, and thanks for the follow. I'll come back in 2 seconds. Alright, so I managed to get the Royal Gobble stuff. I crafted 1 hat, 1 cape on that character, and then the Sedita has a hat and a cape as well. Ooh, where's the Sedita? Oh, I'm on it. Yep, you see the hat and the cape there. Now I'm going to craft 2 toadies. This is the last of my Royal Gobble wool. I can go back and get more if I really want to, but I think probably not going to do that because I'd need to do the duo challenge and whatever the other one is, and it's probably going to be quite difficult for me to do that. Maybe when I'm level 50, 55, somewhere around there I can do it. But I'm hoping I'll get 2 toadies here and they'll be like high 49s. 49 and 50 is what I'm hoping for. What did I get? 47? We take 47. As long as it's above average, I'm happy. 50. Alright, we're taking that. I could not have really asked for much better than that. That's like top end rolls. Alright. The Dofus Lords are looking upon me. Alright, that's a really, really good toady. Yeah, I saw the hat and I was like, definitely gonna get toady for the Craw. And so now I'll make the staff as well. And that'll be a good little two-piece for the Craw. And then it's probably going to be Mad Tofu Cloak. And it looks like Mad Tofu Cloak isn't too difficult to craft. I do have to go into Bonta area and farm some Dark Roses. It's a bit of a mission, it's a bit of a hike, but it's worth it. So that's what we'll be doing next, I think. Just doing a Sponge Mob here on my Craw and Panda for duo as well as versatile. So pretty stoked that this was possible. I haven't done it on the other two yet, but fairly sure it should go down without that much of a hitch. Challenges on the other pair of characters as well, so if we jump out here quickly, I'll get the emote on everyone, and we'll get a nice XP boost. So, where are we now on the Craw? 36. I reckon we're going to hit 39. Well, only 38. That's a little bit disappointing, but still, very nice to see all the XP popping. I guess we're a little bit over leveled for this area, so it's not as much XP as we would have gotten had we done this when we were like 25 or whatever. But yeah, some decent drops. The reason why I came here is I wanted to get some prize fins and suntan lotion because that's going to help us level up. And I figured that at some point we could use a Sponge Mob to perhaps create something to help us level. Not too sure what we're going to do with that yet. Quite a few options there. Maybe some of these cloaks just to get some Taylor XP, but that'll be something to work out a bit later down the road. Alright, so at the end of all of that, we ended up with 200 Sponge Mob skins, 50 glacial fluids, 60 marine conches, 70 suntans, 70 beach towels, and 70 prize fins. So what we're going to use now is the suntan lotion and the prize fins, and we'll see how much XP that gets me. Hopefully get somewhere around 26, somewhere around there would be pretty good, but yeah, we'll see how we end up. Alright, so I just crafted some particle board, and I had a few tongues to craft some of these bows. They're not good bows, but it's whatever. And then after that, I've got 20 of these wands, so I'm hoping this gets me a decent chunk of XP towards 30. So, first craft goes 25. Actually, we may get 30 from this, or it will be very close. It might be very, very close. Nice, dude. 32. Wow, that was crazy. Look how much pods we just got like 120 pods from this as well. That's really, really nice. All right, well, I think we have to kill some mushed, and then we're gonna have. Yep, all I need to do is just get some mushed mud. I might craft a couple of these. Actually, maybe not. I'll just craft one. I don't know. You never know when you need to use this stuff, right? Just to like level up. Like maybe down the track, I want to make Cogmiser's golden boots. Yeah, these boots are actually pretty fucking good, aren't they? If you Exomage MP on those, whew, juicy boots. But yeah, I'll make a carnivorous stuff after I get some mushed, and then the Craw's going to be really, really good for gear. And then I think I'm going to try and make a Mad Tofu cloak. I'll see after I get the staff how hard that is to go. But yeah, so far so good. Alright, so just a basic update on what I'm going to be doing for the next few hours, I guess. I want to get 30 Alchemist so I can craft Substrate Potion, which I need to craft Mad Tofu Cloak. Once I get 30, then I'm going to go ahead and subscribe, I think, on all of my characters. Right now I haven't subscribed, they're still free to play, but realistically, once I get Mad Tofu Cloak, I need to go into Bonta then to get that, because the Dark Rose Petal or whatever is, you have to go there. So once I get 30 on the Alchemist, probably a good time to go, and then I can get my staff as well, because I can go and kill Mushed, because you need to get Mushed mud for the, what do you call it? So while that's going on, I'm going to get my Lumberjack leveled, but the Alchemist is probably going to take me quite a few hours to get up, and also while that's happening, I'm just mining iron ore in Incarnum. So this is going to be a bit boring, but hey, that's what SSF is all about. Update on what I'm doing. I'm currently running 3 clients, and I have my Kra on, but Kra's just sitting in the bank. What the other 3 clients are doing are running through and just gathering up 3 different types of resources. So I have my Alchemist going, I have my Miner going, and then I have my Lumberjack going. I only check the Miner every so often, and it's sitting in Incarnum. Actually feels like Incarnum's the best way to level to get iron ore for the moment, until probably I get level 20, and then I'll skip it because I won't be able to get copper, so I've still got 1 more level to get until I'm 20. The Lumberjack is just farming all of the wooded area on the left hand side of Astrub, and then the Alchemist is farming out here. My current target is to get 30 on the Alchemist as a priority. I don't really need the Miner right now, and I don't need the Lumberjack, but I know that eventually I'll need those, so I might as well do it at the same time. It's actually pretty difficult to harvest on 3 characters at once, especially because it's just difficult to remember what direction they're all running in, going from like left to right and stuff. The Panda's pretty easy, so realistically I'm only kind of duo boxing here and then checking the other one every so often, but it's also frustrating because people are coming through and taking the resources as well. I think there's a bot down in the south of Astrop area where the Sage and Nettle spawns. I'm also just picking up any wood or whatever that I come across. Like sometimes on the Miner character, when I go outside and transition between the mines, there's 2 Nettles out there as well. And the sole reason that I'm doing that is just because it allows me to get more pods on all of the characters, which is never a bad thing. I will probably end up, getting them all to at least like 60 in a profession as well. And then if I do really need to craft something that requires a lot of a certain material, I can't think of a situation where that's going to occur, but it may occur, and it would be at least good just to have them all leveled up a little bit. So, maybe if I need to farm like a heap of nettles, I can go and do that. I think endgame, I'm probably going to be using the 30 HP food, just because it seems to be the most efficient in terms of time spent collecting it to what you get out the other end. But that's a problem for future me to worry about. But yeah, while I'm here as well, like I'm just picking up the random pieces of fish. It's not a priority, but when you're in this neck of the woods anyway, if you'll pardon the pun, it's best to get as much as you can on every single character. So yep, I'll probably have to keep doing this for another few hours until I get 30 on the Alchemist. But I've been looking at some of the crafts, and I'm thinking I might try and farm some resources. It would be really good if I could get nuggets, but I can't get nuggets, so I can't easily level with Brack potions right now. That would have been really, really nice. Anyway, I will update very shortly. It's going well. It's therapeutic. Funny little action that just, or funny little situation that just occurred. Some high-level guy was trying to trade me, and I just kept on denying because I was like out in the middle of the fields picking up stuff. And he's like, I was like, if you read chat, it's like I would give you, like, he was literally trying to give me karmas, and I said I'm not buying whatever you're trying to sell me, like making out like you wanted to do a trade or something. And he's like, I was gonna give you free karmas. It's like, yeah, no, I'm good. Literally, like, do not want them at all. So thanks very much to yeah, that's not nice. Thanks very much to Emez, but yeah, no thanks, I'm good. Alright, so I've just been chilling, leveling up all my professions for the last few hours, and literally on that farmer there, I just hit 30 on the Alchemist. We did, I'm not too sure because we had a battle unfortunately, but I think we started quite early into the 20s. I crafted a few recall potions, and I'm literally at pod cap basically right now, so that's pretty good. We already took back a collection as well. I'm pretty happy with the amount of sage that I got. I do need those for potions, but I'm probably going to make a few recalls. Maybe only another 25 or something, because I've already got 33 that I crafted. They're pretty good XP, but they're also, I'm going to use them as a utility vehicle as well. It seems like recall potions are just always going to be something that I can utilize. I got 20 on my miner in Incarnum, just getting iron ore, and then I figured, well, I'm probably going to need copper at some point, so I've come over to the copper mine. I've only got 15 so far, but it's 15 more than I would have had if I just stayed in Incarnum. I don't think I'm going to need, probably not going to need iron ore as much as I need copper ore. I'm thinking probably craft something using the Illuminite at some point, so it would be good for me to get copper. Now, I'm still free to play on all of these characters. I haven't gone pay to play on anyone yet, and I'm just kind of assembling a list. I'm going to take a break after getting 30 here. I'm not going to go pay to play just yet. Take a break from the game and do a bit of work, and then come back a bit later. In the next section, I think I'll go over exactly what I want to get done when I get pay to play, because I've got a few different things. One of the benefits of going pay to play as well when I start harvesting is that I'll be able to get the resource protectors, which will be really good in situations like where I want to get a lot of sage, because at the moment, because I'm free to play, it doesn't spawn the resource protectors. So yeah, I'll run everyone back to the bank, and then when I come back on in a few hours or so, I'll go through what we're going to do in pay to play. Okay, so update. We have hit the 30 Alchemist, and I've just put together a little laundry list of things that I want to do. I've just gone pay to play just then, so I don't know if I need to relog. Hopefully I don't need to relog. I didn't think I did on my main, but if I do need to, then I will. But what I want to do now is unload all of my crafted gear for runes. I want to get some mosh mods for the carnivorous staff for the craw. I'm probably going to craft 2 of those just to get best rolls, and I think I'll have a secondary just on standby. And then I'm going to try and get some dark rose leaves. These are used for Mad Tofu Cloak, which is like probably bis in for the craw for a very long time to come, if I'm just going to keep it agi, which I kind of want to go hybrid on all the characters, but in theory, if the craw just wants to be agi, maybe I can make that work. And then to get tofu feathers as well. Also, while doing this, we'll get some zaps and all that kind of stuff. So I got a good list of things to do. I guess I'm going to relog, but we'll have a look at how many runes I got from crushing once that's been done. And all the characters. And now I'm going to crush all of this stuff that we crafted and whatever else. I don't think I need any of it, and to be honest, I can't be bothered sorting through it. So it's just all going in the slammer. Oh, we can only crush 50 at a time anyway. Alright, but anyway, let's hope we get some nice runes out of it. Oh, we got 16,000 karmas of runes there. That's pretty good. Oh, I want to keep that toady. That's the only thing I want to keep. That was silly of me not to at least check for that. It's probably not the end of the world if I lose it. Oh, we need to get you out. No. Thank you. I think I'm just going to double check. Yeah, everything looks good. We'll crush these last items. So I have another bunch of items in the thingy. So I did go pay to play, so I've got 1,000 pods here now, which is pretty pog. We'll put that in there. What do you mean the inventory could not hold all the items? What are you talking about? What are you smoking? That's kind of a weird bug, but hey, it's Dofus, what do you expect? Alright, just a double visual check. I don't think I could really delete anything that would be like ultra terrible, right? Let's shatter these. Ooh, that's not a good trade-off. Well, I mean, am I really going to be able to sell like 50 Peewee hats? Probably not. Alright, so at the end of the day, when all is said and done, We got 150,000 karmas worth of runes. The Agi ones might be a little bit valuable. Let's have a look at the toughest ones that we got to get. So the summon runes are 4,000 each. Crit runes are 2.5k. Got some hunter runes there, some fire damage runes. Alright, we'll take all of that. Some lock and dodge runes. Yep, well that's a good start to our little rune pile, so I'm happy with that. But hoping that we get a lot more in the near future. Anyway, that's the unload crafted gear off the checklist. And I think next we'll go and run some Dark Rose Leaves so we can craft our Mad Tofu cloaks. Maybe it's just these two here? It seems really weird. Don't swallow Joe. Yeah, so have I really only got these two squares to farm on? Because if so, that's going to be really bad. I don't know if I can get this cloak then. And that's going to make me very sad indeed. I'm looking for Dark Rose, aren't I? Does it spawn anywhere else? It said Bonta. Do I really just have to farm these? What's this guy doing here? Just trying to fucking snipe my, Wait, is that the... No way! That's the fucking... That's the arch mob of it. What a fucking find, dude. Wait, what? This... Oh, he's... It's the fucking perk. Dude, that's gone in the fucking video. I gotta fucking... Okay, so, after a couple of hours farming, I have finally got the materials that I needed. I'll be honest, getting the Dark Rose Leaves was a lot easier than I expected, given the drop rate and how rare these monsters are. So, I'm kind of thankful. I think I only killed around 10 of them or something. I managed to drop 3 leaves. I'm going to use 2 now, and then I'm going to keep 1. I might craft something else with it, and I don't need more than 2 capes. But, yeah, I'm really stoked to be able to craft these up now. Should give me some decent XP as well. I'm hoping just anything that isn't, you know, I'd be really pleased with a 90 roll, a 90 plus roll, but realistically, as long as we're above 80, I'm not going to complain. This will be a cloak that I'll probably use for quite some time. Seems like it's hard to beat. So the first roll we get is 73, so almost the worst roll that we can get. And the next one is 83. We'll take an 83. Both of those are below average, but hey, you win some, you lose some, right? It was easy for me to get the cloak, so we'll counterbalance that off with the fact that they weren't the greatest rolls. And we got some nice Taylor XP there as well. I'm going to run over now and craft my wands, so be right back. Alright, we're back. We're crafting 2 carnivorous staffs. The roll on these doesn't matter too much, but obviously top end rolls would be nice. So we'll craft both of those. And we got 28, 24, 29, 27. It's a pretty good secondary roll, so we'll be using that one, I think. I think the Kra's going to be looking real good after I put these 2 items on. Really good. Currently at 288 agility. So when we put the cloak on, we get 333 agility, and as well as the MP. And now I think when we put this on, we're going to see a nice big gain. 410. That gave us a huge boost, an absolute huge boost. Wow, 410 at level 40 on solo self-found. That's pretty fucking good. Now we got the perfect toady. We got a really good Carni staff. Tofu cloak, but we're not going to complain that much because it all comes out in the wash. Now what I'm going to do over the next 30 minutes is work out what gear I want to get elsewhere on the character. That's a really, really big thing for me to look at, see what's available, see what I can get, and then we'll start working towards that, and then looking at what else I can put onto the other characters. Realistically, I have a cloak, a carnivorous staff, and a toady for another character, so if I want to bring someone else into being agility, which I might do, that's a really, really good option. But for now, I'm just going to spend a little bit of time looking at the sets that are available around level 40, which all my characters are currently about, and then I can start working towards the dungeons that are going to get me up towards 55 and 60, and then maybe reevaluate the gear there. Okay, so just getting done leveling up my Shoemaker here on the Kra. We got to level 43, which is pretty decent, kind of about where I wanted to be since one of my characters level 40. I've got a decent number of crafts that I can look at around this level, see what I kind of want to get them into, and then go and farm accordingly, you know, try and find some decent level of gear. What I'm going to do real quick is go up to Bonta, crush what I've got. I know it's a little bit pricey to do it, but we're doing okay on karmas, to be honest. We're doing okay. And I got 30,000, and all the other characters will have probably just a bit more than that, yeah. It's around 100,000 karmas from quests and whatever else. It's pretty nice, so I can afford to go to Bonta, and I'm going to crush everything that I've got. And then I've got a chance to get an MP rune. How much is it to go to Bonta? Yeah, it's 1kk return. I can suicide as well, right? Oh no, I can use a recall potion. So let's head on over. I think I've got all of the stuff on me. Does this look like everything? Yeah, that kind of looks like everything. On episode 1, I just wanted to give a quick overview. The servers are going down in 4 hours. So in episode 2, we'll be looking at the arse end of what I've been doing since then. I am level 42 on all of the characters, I believe. Yes, I am. I decided to switch the Osa out with the excess gear that I had, the Mad Tofu Cloak with the Toady and Carnivorous Staff. I'm going to see how this goes. It gives me a lot more agility than I had chance, and while the prospecting loss might be a bit painful, the increase, well, actually it's only like 20 or 30 prospecting, so it's probably not a huge deal. I'm just kind of, you know, copiuming myself. I'm hoping it's made up for, that this character will be able to do a lot more damage, and I'd like to see how good the agility version is. I especially like the fact that it can get 4 MP, so we'll see what we do on that front. I'll do a quick rundown of where we are in terms of professions here. So in the profession category, we have 30 Alchemist, we have 30 Miner. This is pretty hard to level up. I think I'm going to need Ebonite at some point, but for the next 4 hours, I'm just going to be farming. I just want to get some killing done. I have a level 42 Carver, which is really good. On the Sedida and the Panda, I made Tontata staffs. These are pretty good, considering a little bit of wisdom, power and strength, as well as vitality. The Sedida didn't even have a weapon before, so that's a free upgrade. I also got the Shoemaker to level 44, which is pretty decent. It's the highest like crafting profession I have, maybe even I think it's the highest profession I have at all. I also made some stamina belts. So I got a 50 Vit and 40 strength one, and then I think the Panda got like a pretty decent one as well. That's like almost perfect. So I got, yeah, those belts, the weapons, which are kind of basically BIS at the moment. They're running Peewee stuff elsewhere just for the bonus. Oh, well, the Sedida has the ring, yeah, that gives the set bonus as well as whatever I've got in the Gobble set. I'm not too sure what's next for the agility characters, but anyway, that's just a quick recap. So we're in a pretty good spot right now, but I want to go through and start doing those dungeons and just seeing how far along I can get. Levels are kind of important in this game because A, it's free stats, B, it's free health. Once I start getting into the 60s and 70s, I'm going to start to get the upgraded versions of the spells, and also the sooner we get to 100 and get that extra AP, the more efficient I can be and the better choices I can make in terms of where to spend my time, effort, and energy. Probably not going to get 100 anytime soon, but the sooner I start, the sooner I finish. So that'll be end to episode 1, and I'll see you in episode 2.